Hey, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Africa is Next podcast. I am here with dos amigos. I don't know if that's Spanish. Don't cancel me. I am here with my friends over here. I am here with Mr. Extraordin.
Sponsored by Duolingo.
Yeah. Yes, I'm here with Mr. Extraordin. This is Mr. Extraordin of Africa is Next and African Frame. Those are two of his podcast channels. Please subscribe to those. African Frames, where you get movie breakdowns and you get movie analysis and all of that stuff. Awesome channel, so please go check it out. And then we've got Africa is Next, where we cover. Oh yeah, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. So we got Africa is Next, where we're covering, anime things. So tier lists like this, anime analysis, anime breakdowns, cartoon breakdowns. There's a playlist called Tunes for Grown-Ups, where we look at cartoons specifically aimed at adults. And then we've got Cinema Soda. Cinema Soda is where we take a look at the movies that are coming out for the month, and then we take a look at the trailers, and then we guess the box office on... We guess what the box office will be based off the trailer that we saw. And then we play Box Office Clash, where we see how accurate our predictions for the box office were. So you can catch all of that on the Cinema Soda channel as well. So those are three channels managed by Mr. Extraordin. Please go check them all out. And if you're on Africa is Next, don't go anywhere. Stay tuned and like, share, and subscribe. Then we have the Golden Dragon, Mr. Timolo Khala of Khala Corp Media. So, on KC Media, what you will find is you will find three podcasts. We have Let's Think About It, which is a podcast where we break down artists' work and we see their journeys and we get to see exactly what they were thinking when they were making a piece of art and everything. As per time of recording, it has not been uploaded yet, but it is coming soon, so please stay tuned. Then we also have the Nerdgasm podcast, where it's kind of like the Africa is Next podcast, where we do breakdowns. Sometimes we'll do a tier list. Sometimes we'll cover something that's obscure in the anime world. Sometimes we'll cover something that's obscure in the Western animation world. Like we did a whole analysis of Love, Death, and Robots, which was kind of mixed for us. But don't take my word for it here. Actually, go check out the videos and see what we said, and all of that good stuff. You'll find that on the Nerdgasm.
I believe there is Western Media Doomed podcast will be up by the time as of time of recording, because I'm currently finishing the editing process now. So check it out.
Okay.
Yay.
Well, there you go. Yay. Trailer. And then we have the Geek Spot, which we recently dropped an episode with the V Master, Mr. Vedant. So please go check that out now. That Geek Spot episode is live, and the Geek Spot is where we get local creatives, or sometimes we just get people who are into nerddom stuff, but they might be in a professional space. So, you can get a doctor who's, into Naruto or whatever. Like he, before he does surgery, he's like,
that sounds like an anime on its own, but that sounds like the
Naruto doctor. Yes. Before he does a surgery, he gathers sage energy. They're like, Dr. Mang, we need you. Give me a second.
That's hilarious.
She's fully dilated, doctor. She's about to give birth. The chakra is not right.
That's hilarious.
When he gives birth, he says, summoning jutsu on the stomach.
Baby, summoning a jutsu. Fuck. Wow. The summoning is complete. Quickly, quickly, touch the baby to complete the summoning contract.
Now you can summon your baby anytime, wherever you are.
Baby jutsu.
Oh God.
What is that about no tangents? Okay. What are we doing?
Speaking, Kai. Good. All right. And then last but not least, we have me from Buckmeister Cool Reacts and Meister Geek Media. Those are my two YouTube channels. Recast Channel campaign across all of my social medias. Please go check out Black Panther versus the Super Skrull live on Meister Geek Media right now. And all of that good stuff. Please go check out Black Panther versus Kang. I'm hearing rumors of Damson Idris. I don't know what that's about. But until Marvel says something, I don't believe anything. And even then, getting T'Challa recast is the first step. We need to change the whole perception around this character. So please go support those projects if you can. Black Panther versus Kang on Tapas, Black Panther versus the Super Skrull on my YouTube channel.
I think if they finally recast him, we need to change the hashtag to do him right, do T'Challa right or something. Or something along those lines. Because you can recast them, but if you still treat him like garbage, then that's a problem, you know? We need to make sure that
Yeah.
he's well presented in the media.
And may the actor we choose not be so consumed by his ego to try and remake it in his own image, and just be respectful to the source material, not the MCU material. I'm talking about the source material. Okay, thank you. That's all I ask.
And please, Thanos, can you just come back and erase T'Challa Jr.? Be great.
All right.
Let's get started.
You could not live with your failures. What did it bring you? What did it bring you back to me?
All right. So we are continuing with our Naruto tier list. This is how far that
right.
we have gone. Now we are on Kabuto.
Ish, Kabuto. Hokage.
Actually,
Jonin.
Yeah, I could give him Hokage, but
Jonin.
You know, I always feel Kabuto for me always feels like the character that nobody really talks about, but is very crucial in the story.
Yeah, that's how I would have.
Yeah, that's why Jonin. And like the reason I can't give him Hokage is because he becomes super inconsistent at the end.
No, it's. I think that's the thing about Kabuto. Kabuto is written as his character development feels like a plot device, more like a character.
Yeah,
if you know what
I think
mean.
that's what. Yeah.
No, yeah, I'm saying especially towards the end, like it's like Musashi needed some way to revive Sasuke, and somehow he was just like the only characters I know kind of related to Sasuke at this point are Kabuto and Orochimaru, so they have to just come in and save Sasuke.
Did you have to give me that image again? Oh God, delete that image. Oh God.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I get
which
what
one?
you guys, I get what you guys are saying.
The image of the snake going into Sasuke's hole from Kabuto's.
That's how you had to phrase it.
But that's what he did. Could you have not done something else like laying of hands or something? No.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, that's why he has to be Hokage. I mean, that's why he has to be.
Yeah, he only gets more menacing as a character as the thing gets on later on. But
the other thing is he's too much in Orochimaru's shadow. He's too much of a lackey of Orochimaru. He doesn't have a personality of his own.
Yeah. I actually like exactly. them. I actually like them when they were introducing him before we knew that he was a traitor or a mole or whatever you want to call him.
Yeah.
No, I think that stuff was fine. It's just that he never becomes like what I'm saying is that stuff was actually interesting to me. But the problem is that that's where his character hit the ceiling. He never becomes like Orochimaru's
That's what I'm saying. He stopped being interesting for me once that reveal was made. Like I was like,
And then
but what I'm saying, Extraordinary, is that when we get to Shippuden, that's when he kind of, and not even that, when Orochimaru is supposedly dead, and then he just moves to become Orochimaru 2.0, that's when he lost all of his allure for me. Because it was kind of like, okay, now there's no Orochimaru. What are you gonna do? It's like, oh, copy paste.
I'll just become him.
And I was just like,
him.
Yeah, but the more you guys explaining that part, the more I realize that Masashi likes using the same concepts more than once. Because isn't like the Obito Madara situation in a way? I could be wrong, but it's like
no. Here's the difference, Nick. Here's the difference, Nick, is that the thing is Obito had a personality of his own that was beaten out of him.
Yes.
Like he was something and then it got taken away from him, and that's what makes it tragic. With Kabuto really wasn't anything until Orochimaru stepped in. And then when he had the power to become something, he just decided to become Orochimaru again. And it was just like, you didn't have any determination of your own. Obito always had self-determination. Like he never viewed himself as Madara's lackey. even in the war.
Sorry, I didn't mean things like that to that extent. I just meant where we thought that
no, I get what you're
was
saying.
someone
Like
else.
somebody says it's a big criticism of the series, but again, they don't understand the series when they say this criticism, because if you think about it for 2 seconds, like again, I hate that I have to be the lawyer for Naruto as the series sometimes. It really is annoying. But what I'm trying to say is they'll always go, oh, there's so many Narutos. Like these 5 characters are all Naruto. And I'm like, yeah, that's the point. The whole point of this thing is that basically Naruto, because of who he is and the decisions he makes, is what makes him a person. It's like these people had the same circumstances and they came out differently, because that's the point, is the choices you make determine who you are.
I think it is part of the story, man. It's like if no one makes different decisions from the people that are similar to him in the story, whether past, present, or future, or whatever, then nothing will change. But if one decides to just break the cycle, then everything else will change, type thing.
It's also exactly why Talk no Jutsu is so super effective. It's because of how familiar these characters are.
Yes.
But anyway,
because
let's get to Hashirama. I think we're on a
oh,
tangent now.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, finish your thought, please, before we go.
Okay, finish your thought, sorry.
Because even as, and that's another thing you also pay attention to, is even as they're busy fighting Naruto, they're seeing so much of themselves in Naruto that by the time the Talk no Jutsu actually happens, it's just a confirmation of what they've been feeling this entire time.
All along,
Obito kept on, in the final arc, Obito kept on throwing wave after wave of fancy attacks at Naruto. And even I were beginning to comment like, this is seeming like more than just a typical beef here. What's going on, Obito? Are you okay? And it's because he's trying to break Naruto's spirit, because they're so alike and his spirit waned when Naruto is not. And it's irritating him because he sees so much of himself in this boy. And that's the thing.
Right.
Okay. Anyway.
Hashirama, I think it's obvious. We don't have to.
Age of 6 parts. What are we even talking about?
I was holding my breath for a moment. It's like, oh god.
Actually,
I was going to be fighting for my life.
No, Sasuke above Hashirama.
Yeah, that's true.
Sasuke above Hashirama.
No, he has to.
Sorry. No, Kurama above Hashirama
no.
also. And Jiraiya above Hashirama as well.
And Kakashi.
Okay.
Did you say Kakashi?
Yeah, Kakashi also.
Okay.
Kakashi
my guy also.
Okay.
And I think maybe even Shikamaru.
Don't you dare! Don't you dare!
No, but for real. No, but for real.
Okay, it's fine. It's fine.
Look, Hashirama.
It's the story. It's for story. It's for story and it's for the character.
It's one of the most
story-wise, because I think people don't realize, because how active Madara was as being the active antagonist, even in the shadows, they don't see that Madara's actions are as of a direct result of Hashirama. So as much as Madara was influencing the story in the shadows, Hashirama was also influencing the story in the shadows. Even in
let's not go far. Let's not go far.
Yeah.
The village system would not exist without Hashirama.
Yeah, and his boyfriend.
But no Hashirama, no village system. That's it.
No Hokage.
Like, the hidden sand.
Yeah.
No, the hidden sand, the Kaze Kage, the Mizu Kage, the Rei Kage, all the Kages.
Yeah. Anyway.
Only because he.
And that's also, just before we move on, I just want to shout out the fact that when he was at that meeting bowing his head and all the Kages were looking down at him, I was like, you guys are so lucky that Hashirama's not petty. It's like, all your offices exist because of me. And if I wanted to, I could pawn every one of your villages right now and there'd be nothing you could do to stop me.
I currently have 6. I currently have 8 of the 9 nuclear weapons in my arsenal right now.
Wait, guys, how is
I don't
Naruto
need
stronger
them.
than Hashirama? Is
I
Naruto stronger
don't
than
need
Hashirama?
them.
By the end, yes.
Currently, yes. By the end, yes.
Then Boruto doesn't make sense. But wait, don't say anything. Don't.
Oh, I can feel
Calm
your
down.
anger.
Calm down.
Give yourself.
I was just
No
saying.
resistance.
I was
Give
just saying that
yourself to the dark
Boruto doesn't make
side.
sense if Hashirama
It's the
is that
only
strong,
way.
but Naruto's stronger than him. Then what are we doing? But anyway,
let's continue. Let's continue.
It's the
Anyway, all I'm
only
saying
way
is
for
that I just
your
laughed at
fandom
that
to
scene where
rise.
they were talking smack about Hashirama, and I was like, Chief, if he wanted to, all of you would be dead, and there's nothing that you would be able to do about it.
Not gonna lie, Hashirama is my favorite character because he's also a living embodiment of what happens when you have a visionary. You know, leaders are not.
You could also low-key,
sure they're made.
Yeah.
But the right type of leaders are those who have a vision that's bigger than even their own lifetimes.
100%.
This man looked at all the child murders happening around him and said, "Not in my time. At least let me finish. Let me sort out this child killings. When this is over, we can worry about anything else." And that legacy to this day, because you see wars happened, but you don't see grown-ass men slaughtering children as much as they used to back in those days. So. So he inspires.
No, I mean Loki. He was kind of the Superman of Naruto, if you think about it.
Yeah,
because he had all that power, and instead of turning it into a weapon, he tried to use it for kindness. So, but anyway,
I wish Zuko was here for this one.
Okay, let's be fair to Tobirama. Okay, let's just be fair. It's not that he just didn't trust the Uchiha. It's not that he was out here saying Uchiga, because he had Uchiha in his cabinet.
Right.
His problem is he was too paranoid. His problem is that he kept thinking with his head instead of following Hashirama's model of thinking with your heart sometimes. But he's kind of got to be sage of six
given
parts.
how his brother died. I mean,
yeah, but now the thing is, he took it too far.
Talking about one of the other. I still want to know how did Hashirama die? There's a joke on the internet that says no, Hashirama just decided to forget how to breathe. That's the only way.
No. I mean, he's talking. I think his name was Ituma. I can't remember. But there was a brother that they had.
Who was killed by the Uchihas, as I know.
Yeah. And so I'm saying, like, the problem with Tobirama was that Tobirama, the way he attacked problems is he attacked them like a mechanic. He took the soul out of the issue, and that led to so many problems because a village needs to have a heart. That's what he forgot. Like,
more importantly, the village's leader needs to have the heart. Where social issues, where economic issues come and be brought before you, you need to have a heart. You need to have a mind that understands the justice. You need to have a mind that's clear enough to understand the rule, but you also need a heart to feel about this thing.
Like a Mandela, so.
Yeah.
Okay,
so
where are we putting him then?
But anyway, he's got to be sage of six parts. He's got to be sage of six parts. Let me explain why.
I don't disagree with you.
He revolutionized, he revolutionized the every system that's in the villages, and in all of the villages, they come from his ideas. The jutsu that he created, Shadow Clone Jutsu, is his jutsu, and he created that to fight Uchihas. Edo Tensei, which was something that gets used throughout the entire story, comes from him. I don't care about this retcon of the show that shall not be mentioned. What's this? His use of that thing as well. What's this? Flying Raijin, which basically built Minato. That's his technique as well. And all of that stuff. Like, and would you
say he was smarter than his brother? Not stronger. Not stronger.
Yeah.
Yes. No, if you put Hashirama and Tobirama in a chess match, Tobirama is spanking Hashirama every turn. Hashi never needed to be smart, dog. Hashi was a walking
because
like any strategy you throw against him, all he's going to do is wood golem, and you're dead.
laughing Buddha no jutsu. And then like 1,000 I've body suffer. Like, what are you gonna do against that? It was giving
Like,
the
that's
nine
the
tails
thing.
are hiding
That's
like
the-
a
Toby
like a drunken father.
Like Toby Rama, he had to invent ways to counter the Sharingan. That's how clever he was.
So wait,
No,
Hashi and Toby versus Naruto and Sasuke, who wins?
it depends on
In a fight.
In a fight.
In a fight, even playing field with chakra levels and everything, because the problem is Sasuke and Naruto are both weapons of mass destructions right now. They don't need to be smart, either of them.
Who wins?
And like, I think Hashi would be the only. It's Naruto and Sasuke. Like Hashi would be able to hold them, but like the thing is that like right now or before we get to the show that shall not be mentioned, Sasuke has like access to the Chibaku Tensei. He has access to Shinra Tensei, and he can use some of the paths as well. Naruto has access to the truth-seeking orbs that can take all forms of jutsu and all of those things. He also like basically he can stack Sage mode on top of his tailed beast mode. Like they were leveling like entire like mountain fields and whatever. Like they basically have Hashi's damage output times 10 at this point.
Yeah, so
okay.
No. But I just want to give my props to Tobirama, and I'm not gonna say this much often, but Tobirama embodies what every Hashirama needs in any context. Hashirama sees the vision. He sees the why this thing needs to exist, and Tobirama was the person who took this vision and put the how it can come to be.
Okay.
But the problem is that he forgot to. But the problem is that Tobirama needed a Hashirama to keep him in check.
Exactly. What Tobirama needed was somebody to keep reminding him of what the vision actually is, because he was so locked up in well, you are so indoctrinated by the putting feet to the ground and how the nitty-gritty works. He lost track of the overall vision, which is what happens when you put people. That's why no matter how hard people argue, Shikamaru would never have made a good Hokage. He's a genius, but the overarching vision that pulls people, the charisma, the thing that says, okay, you know what, we kind of I don't know about this nerd who keeps on talking about jutsus, but that guy there who walked in front of me with a big tree and said, you know what, we can do this together. I'm gonna believe him.
I think he might have been. I think he might have been as a last resort, not necessarily as the first choice, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
No, I don't think he would ever have stepped up himself. But I think the thing is, he's capable of doing the job. Because again, Shikamaru, especially with the Will of Fire and everything, and again, maybe it also contributes to him having parents. But I think the thing is, he's basically the crystallization of what Tobirama should have been.
Yeah. And also the reason I'm saying this is, guys, don't forget there are different kinds of leaders. Some leaders are just not they're just not a people's person, unfortunately. But
no, I mean, people's persons is one thing. People's persons is one thing. But what I'm saying is, Tobirama, the reason why he was a problem as a leader is because he was way too mechanical. Like, he thought that, okay, we've had issues with the Uchiha, right? But the Uchiha have this great visual prowess that allows them to be able to see dangers before they come. And this prowess can let them act as a sensory detector for any sort of danger. So in a perfectly functioning world where the Uchiha and the villagers are okay together as people, that works fine. The problem is that, and again, he's also implementing his own bias because he's like, Uchihas are driven by emotion. So if they're around people and they get emotional, disaster. But it's just like, that doesn't work even logistically. But because one, you're thinking, okay, two-part problem. If the problem is here and the problem is here, they'll never collide and there'll never be an issue. That's not going to work, as practical as that may be. And that was his issue. It's like getting things done is fine, but you also have to take into account that they are your citizens. They're not outside.
I wasn't even talking about that. I hear you though, but I was just talking more about, the whole charisma thing, whatever people was talking about. I was just saying sometimes.
No, I mean, yeah, but what I was, but what I was trying to say is that different leadership styles exist, yes. But I'm just saying the core basis of it is that you have to remember you're leading a group of people. You're not leading a section. And yeah, I think that it doesn't matter what style you have, as long as you take into account all of that.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying. That's what I wanted to say, but you took the words out of
my... okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, next.
You're not allowed me to speak, but it's okay. Okay.
My bad.
What's new?
What?
When was it? Yeah, what's new with regards to this? When was it last week when I was apologizing to everyone? It's like, hi, guys, the way you're so distracted, the way I'm busy ignoring this guy. No, it was last week Thursday. It was the Thursday episode. Like, yeah, today we are unhinged.
It's all good. So we have
right.
What's her name again? Tsunade.
What's her name? The fifth Hokage, the Sage of Six Paths.
Mrs. Big Boobs. And I know people are gonna
do you
hey. Yeah. Yeah, and I know some people are most probably gonna argue against.
She has to be above Gara.
Yeah, right next to her grandpa. She's right there. And I just wanna say if like for those naysayers who say no, she doesn't belong up here, I want to say name any female character in the Naruto universe who's been just as impactful story-wise as her.
Look, I think for me, she's
like,
not on the same level.
You know how many people be dead?
I would put her on the same level as like a Yoroichi. I don't know who's more important in which story, but I would say that she's as like in terms of being iconic in the universe.
Yeah.
She has a bigger impact than Yoroichi does in Naruto.
Oh, maybe
reason being is
in Naruto for sure. But I mean, like in geek culture, how can I put it?
Oh, in geek culture.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, in pop culture, I got you.
Yeah. That's what I'm trying to say. But yeah, in Naruto, she's
I think
unicorn.
Yeah, I think Yoroichi has the bigger impact because she's a black female, and it's just like there's not a lot of that in anime in general. Like Yoroichi is 100% original black character, and like nobody can take that away from her. Whereas Tsunade, lots of blonde, pretty women exist in anime, so she kind of falls into the sea of that.
Yeah. But we have to be honest, she did stand out when she was being introduced. There was just something different about her. I don't know what it was exactly, but there was something different.
It's also where you see that leadership comes more like the various forms of leaderships and how it can impact the system.
Yeah.
Like even when like in the pain crisis, she was coordinating, she was in command, she was leading, but she didn't need to be in the front line punching things for a leadership to be felt. If it was the village would not have lasted half as long as it did.
What's this? The bodies that would have been caught without her intervention, like everyone would have been dead. Like the thing is that she kept a lot of the village alive, and also just the fact that she revolutionized medical ninjutsu for the entire village. It wasn't a practice before Tsunade, and that alone, if we're taking that into context, because I have to mention, sorry, I'm gonna get it out. Sakura.
Yes.
Okay. If it wasn't for Sakura and the medical ninjutsu that she used on Naruto, then the whole world would have ended, and Sakura learned it from Tsunade. So that's how impactful Tsunade is in the story.
Dear viewers,
Sorry, I feel physically sick.
Buckmaster is suffering from a disease I usually refer to as called vegetamalitis. So please bear with in some of this.
You cannot put Sakura on the same level as Vegeta. Hell no.
I found the disease. I named it because I know I start going into hysterics of coughing and wheezing whenever I have to mention something about that character. So something nice about that character. So that's why I discovered the disease. I named it. So if you had problems, you should have discovered it, and then you could have named it Sakura Night or something.
Wow.
Anyway.
Okay. Anyway.
All right. So are we
continue.
Done? Yes, we're done.
I don't know what's this guy's name.
Done. Done. Genin. His backstory for Tsunade.
Yeah, he's the boyfriend that died, isn't it?
No, remember the whole medical core thing, he backs up Tsunade and all of that stuff, and he gets her back out into the field after her brother. So he had some impact in the story. Like the whole genesis of the medical core comes from Dan.
Okay, so he's not the one who was Edo Tensei, and then when he died, he went to go give Tsunade a forehead kiss to get her.
No, it's him. Yeah, it's him.
Okay, yeah. So they went a thing. She was not in love.
No, they were.
No,
she was very in love with him.
A couple, I think. Were they not?
Yeah, like no, they were dating, and then he died, and she tried to save him. And then his death is what gave her the fear of gave her the hemophobia or whatever you call it.
I'm sorry, if I were to meet with her, it's like, okay, so what's this here about Jiara? Girl, how long?
Jiraiya's already dead at this point.
Yes, and guess what he was bragging about in the afterlife? He finally got to hit what?
He didn't get to hit. He wouldn't hit if he didn't run into pain. Fun fact: in actual Japanese lore, it is Tsunade and Jiraiya. They do actually get together.
Yeah, in the original, yes.
Yeah,
because the
my headcanon is that Jiraiya reincarnated in that world. Basically, I'm saying my reincarnated in that world, and he hit Tsunade there, and then he's just like, I'm holding on to this forever.
That's hilarious. Okay.
And then Dennis like,
she's Shizuku.
Yeah.
Why am I blanking
Isn't she the assistant to Tsunade? The one who wears the peg?
Yes.
She is.
I remember the pig's name, but I don't remember her. Oh God!
Wow,
that's how memorable that's how memorable she is. As a character, I respect her.
Same,
but she's just a glorified secretary.
I think I respect her the way I respect like 1010 or Kurenai, to be honest.
Yeah, what's her name? I hate. I hate that I don't know her name.
I never cared for her name, to be honest, but I liked her.
Same here. So
Shizune, yo.
Oh yeah, Shizune.
Wow.
Yeah. Shizune, yeah.
Yo, that was gonna bother me.
Academy student?
I guess Genin.
Why Genin?
No, maybe Chunin. The major thing she does is nag Tsunade.
Sorry?
Yeah.
The major thing she does is nag Tsunade and remind Tsunade of her duty, which is important to the story, because Tsunade would have faulted a whole lot more. Huh?
That's Chunin.
It's way more than anybody has done on Academy Student.
No, true. It doesn't have to be Academy Student, but at least Genin. Like...
no, she had way more impact in the story than in 1010. Like the fact that she galvanizes Tsunade to make Tsunade into the 5th Hokage instead of the Slug Princess. It has to be way more impactful.
I equate him with the other Eternal Secretary, which is Haku. So they do kind of Ice Boy.
Who's Ice Boy? Oh, okay.
Haku.
Okay.
Okay, so I think it fits because they do have impact to the plot and they do influence the character in one or another. I mean, wasn't she who announced that Lady Tsunade is awake when they were about to make to the Kakashi the next Hokage?
Kakashi Hokage, yeah.
That guy was sweating bullets, but he was trying to act cool. Like, please, God, no.
Okay.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny? I think like I just you know what's funny is that Kakashi had the most chilled Hokage tenure ever in the history of the Hidden Leaf. He didn't have to do anything.
Perfect timing, bro. That was perfect timing for him, eh? And people will probably
Who was gonna
remember him
war?
as one of the greatest Hokage because there was no beef, there was nothing.
Nothing, dog. Nothing happened. But anyway, Itachi, Sage of Six Paths.
Okay, I just need to go to the loop quickly so you guys can just explain why he's up there. I'll be back just.
Got you.
Okay.
All right. So I know this is very controversial of a character. There's a lot of people now that are starting to hate him because he refused to stand up for his family. No, I'm saying, you know, when they did the reveal, like basically back in the day, we hated him. Then they did the reveal, and everybody loved him. And now coming back, swinging back around to no, he should be rotting in hell with Danzo. How dare he betray his family and the Uchiha like that, etc., etc., etc.
All right, no problem.
Now I'm saying that to me, Itachi is the crystallization of the tragedy of the shinobi world. He kind of signifies the failure of both Hashirama and Tobirama and Hiruzen
and Madara.
Like, no, not Madara specifically, because Madara never. Like, the thing is, Madara never, like, once Madara found that tablet and he found the quote unquote truth of the world, he never believed in the system. Like, he was like, this system is going to collapse under its own weight, and it doesn't matter how nice you are to people, Hashirama, or how many titles you give around. It doesn't matter. So what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to fight for a world where I can mind wash everybody. Whereas Itachi is the polar opposite of that. Itachi was all about the village. He was, as an Uchiha, he was way closer to Hashirama.
Really?
Now, here's what I'm saying, that it's also Madara's fault, in the sense that because of Madara's actions, because of the never-ending resentments that was created between the Senju and the Uchiha, and this rift and stuff like that. Let's not forget, Tobirama, what drove Tobirama over the edge more than anything was A, yes, the loss of his brother, but B was the constant threat that another Madara could arise from these people, because Madara for Tobirama represented an existential threat to the village as a whole. And the fact that the ingredients to create another Madara isn't that hard to make,
right?
Was something that kept him awake all night. So we can't put Hashirama and Tobirama's actions as one of the causes for the tragedy that's Itachi, without ignoring the fact that Madara is one of the.
Yeah, I'm saying Madara was a stimulant, but what I'm saying is, as people who created the system to get away from that stuff, like that was the whole point of the village. I'm saying in that like with Hashirama, he wasn't practical enough in how he addressed people or whatever. He always like, I'm saying, dealing with people or whatever, he just didn't want fighting. Like, for all of his power, he was a pacifist. Like, Madara pushed Hashirama to kill him. And now what I'm saying is that when we get to Tobirama made those systems because he was like, when you can negotiate and talk to people, people won't kill each other anymore. Okay. And then Hiruzen, when he was trying to maintain both sides of this argument, he was way too lax in trying to, like, he like at the worst of times, he would be Hashirama. And then at the worst of times, he would be like Tobirama. So at the worst of times, you'd be like, okay, we need to have peace talks. And then at the worst of times, when it was time to actually put his foot down, it was too late.
That makes sense.
So
When they both
what I'm
his
saying,
mentors?
yes, they were. But what I'm trying to say is that when it comes to Itachi, Itachi's life and Itachi's tragedy around this whole thing is basically because the whole shinobi system, they didn't find a way around hatred. They just found a way to manage hatred, and it broke at some point. And Itachi was basically the one who said, "I will take on all of the shards of that broken system." And that to me is kind of what makes him Sage of Six Paths, is that he put himself in the crossfire just to keep the village alive, but then he also tried to make his brother the legacy of the Uchiha. So basically, the Uchiha would be remembered as heroes slaughtered by a villain, and that villain was killed by one of their own. And and the problem is that Itachi again was a victim of the system, and like his mentality was formed by the system. So I think when people judge Itachi harshly, I think they forget that, and they take that line that where he said that he had Hokage level intelligence, and that's like saying he had Hokage level maturity. No, you can be smart without being mature. But anyway,
look, I've never been an Itachi stan. I always thought the Itachi fans were glazing him a little too much. I mean, there were times where people were. There's still debates to this day where people are saying, Itachi could 1v1 Madara. And I'm thinking, you're like, in what universe? In what universe? In what planet do you think Itachi can take on and beat Madara? In what? And I feel like he's got the wax blade and the this, that, and he does this. Madara would stand him. But if I go into that level of discussion, you just see everybody's ears go red and then they start screaming at the lungs and discussion ends. And because of that, I was like,
no, I don't think he has, because Infinite Tsukuyomi wouldn't work on Madara because Madara has Mangekyo. Madara also has a Susanoo and what's this? And Madara also has like a lot of genjutsu abilities. Like I don't see Itachi beating Madara in a fight. That's not happening.
I mean, his Sharingan was so refined that he was the only person who could detect a wood clone from Hashirama. The only one.
But anyway, we're getting sidetracked. We're getting sidetracked.
Sorry. Yeah, so let's move on. Oh, the tail beast.
Kisame Kage.
Also known as Itachi's boyfriend. I'm going to lie on that hill. Continue.
So who's the top in this situation? Is it Kisame?
I'm not losing my. Yeah, he's Kage, I think, because
sorry.
The fact that
maybe you didn't hear my question, but okay, please continue.
Yeah. No, I'm saying I'm not losing my reputation.
Extrudin was asking who takes the top of the bunk bed.
Oh. It has to be Kisame. I'm sorry.
I knew it. Okay. All right.
Both
Itachi and Sasuke are bottoms. No, you can't. I cannot.
Oh wow.
Wow. Okay.
I thought Naruto was the bottom, but okay. I hear you.
No ways. Nine tails. Those 9 tails are gonna be doing something.
I mean, who's chasing who, dog?
Kai.
Anyway.
Whoa, Kai. Whoa.
Sorry, please continue. What about Kisame?
Not even a gay Kai. Just I had a horrible image in my head, Kai. So
generational trauma, Kai.
Yes. I don't want anybody to think that it's a rainbow Kai. This is not a rainbow Kai. This is a nightmare fuel Kai. But anyway.
A Genjutsu for real. So, why is he in Kai? You were saying something?
Oh, I was saying Kage. I think what it's the way he repeatedly I think
lost a guy.
Yeah, he keeps losing to guy over and over again, but you get to see the merit of his character by the way he dies.
All right.
You know, and he fulfills what he touches. Like what his touches message was, is like nobody knows who they really are up until the last moments, because he forever lived up to the fact that everybody sees him as a monster.
Right.
And as he died, everyone there is like, no, this man is the real G.
Didn't Killer Bee kill him or something?
No,
he killed himself. Basically, what happened is that basically what happens is that the guy catches him and then they kind of hold him. So then what happens is Kisame bites his own tongue, summons a bunch of sharks so they can get the message to the Akatsuki, and then he has the sharks eat him. So that he can't spill any secrets or whatever.
I forgot about that because I remember we thought he was dead, but only to find out he's not, and I remember that. Yeah. Okay.
Which is interesting because Kisame was a hatchet man. He never had like a belief. Like he wasn't the guy where it was like, I will see this mission through to the end because I believe in it. He was just I'm sent to kill this person, I kill this person. So that's why him sacrificing himself to make sure that the Akatsuki got the message was so impactful, because it was just like, so do you actually believe in what Pain is talking about?
Right.
I guess you do.
Yeah.
Which is strange because, like, that's the thing. Akatsuki,
it's not so much that he believes what it wasn't so much that he believed what Pain was doing. He believed in Obito because he knew who Obito was.
Oh, right.
Everybody else did. He saw them. He referred to him as the real Kazekage. No, Mizukage, because he knew that he put the other one.
In a Genjutsu, yeah.
Okay.
So he knew all that, and was so in tune with the cause that when the time comes when they were about to find out this character's real identity, he'd rather chose to analyze himself. I mean, imagine biting your tongue so hard it breaks out of a genjutsu.
Yeah, that's hectic.
Think about that for a moment.
That's hectic.
Yeah. Anyway, next one. White Zetsu.
Yeah. I don't know much about him.
Academy student.
I can't say.
Academy student.
Do you agree, Tebello?
Who? White Zetsu.
White Zetsu.
The only time I actually like this character, the only time was when he crashed the 5 Kage Summit. It's like, hello.
Yeah, but I mean, outside of that, he's just a plot armor. I mean, he's just a plot device.
Okay.
White Zetsu is just a plot device.
He's also a character that gets beaten and eaten and devoured. He's also just a common foot soldier. That's about it.
Okay. All right.
He's basically Black Zetsu, right next to Kaguya. What are we even talking about? No, actually, even below Kaguya, put him next to Genma. He's Shuriken. Useless.
Who's Genma again?
But no. We can't do that. I know you don't like him, and I know he's useless.
No, it's the worst part of the story. It's the worst part of the story.
Yeah.
Who's Genma again?
The fact that
the dude who has the toothpick in his mouth next to the guy with the curtain face.
Okay, no, guys, no. Can I argue for why at least he needs to be Genin? Can I just argue about that?
Okay.
Develo. I know what you're going to say. And that's what makes him Shuriken.
What am I going to say?
He's the hand behind Madara.
Oh, that's so weird. But no, not just that.
Yeah, wasn't this sort of like a Yami moment in Bleach where it's like I'm 0, I was not 10 or 9 all along type situation? Like it's like
it is that. But when you see the backstory between Indra and Ashura, he was there. He's been doing this thing for a very, very long time. The plot happens because of his activities.
But was it really necessary or was it forced?
It was so forced.
Okay, it was forced. I'm not gonna lie. That's why I'm saying he deserves to be at least okay, academy student right next to White Zets because he's still active
All
in
right,
the
sharp.
plot. He was a character that
Sharp.
was there even in the time of pain and stuff like that. Kaguya, I know Kaguya should actually go lower. I don't know why we put her in filler, but
No,
I know
her power level allows her to be in filler. Her power level allows her to be in filler.
that's about it. And now with these other characters, at least they were there part of the main storyline. How they were used, it was up
Iruka,
to the critic.
Sage of Six Paths.
What?
Iruka saved the village, guys.
Nah, fam.
Yes.
Munna, he
Okay.
saved the
Are
village,
we
dog.
using Chichi logic? Are we using Bulma logic?
You know,
Yes, yes, yes.
okay.
Oh my god,
Okay.
yes.
Fair
Naruto
enough.
does not get the Rasengan without
No.
what's this?
Kage.
No, wait, let me explain. First off and foremost,
Yeah.
right? Rasengan. The reason why Naruto was able to even master Rasengan was because of a lesson he remembered from Iruka. Iruka is that good of a teacher that any students of his that came out of that academy, they became Sasuke, they became Sakura, they became Shikamaru. Bro, this guy, he is the one that basically mentored the Rookie 11 before the Chunin exams. He, like, all of those students are products of him. And Naruto, right? Ichiraku Ramen, the only time he got to Ichiraku Ramen was because of Iruka. He's the first one to give Naruto his headband and make Naruto a ninja. When everyone was doubting Naruto, when they were out to kill Naruto, he took a thing in the back for Naruto. There's no village without Iruka.
Okay. Now, here's where I have to argue against Iruka. You make such valid points, and him as a supporting character, he fits the bill every single time. I will not doubt that. But everyone else at the Sage of Six Paths has actively participated in some way, form, or another in this combat, in the combat of this universe or something.
Are we basing it on combat, or are we basing it on impact?
Not even just combat. In the term of plot, we see them more often than not.
Yes.
More than heck than Iruka.
As
Iruka
leads,
is
basically.
like
right.
Yeah, these are lead characters, and this is a supporting character at best. We get to see he's the heart of Naruto. No matter how hard people would dispute, like, no,
it's Jiraiya or whatever.
No. The person who would tell Naruto, you are being punished for being a bad kid, was Iruka. The person who would say, okay, if you clean up this mess, I'll go take you for ramen, was Iruka. The person who led this poor man down the aisle because there was no one else. Was Iruka.
No, the guy who picked him up after Jiraiya died. No one else could get Naruto out of the rut that he was in outside of Iruka.
So are we tossing a coin? What are we doing?
That's a parent for you. But at the same time, just because you're the parent character, you need to take the fact that still remains he's the limelight is focusing on the leads, and he's not a lead character. He's the heart of the group, but not the lead. And that's why he.
But you need the heart.
Wait, guys. Isn't Asami?
Do we see
on the same level as Iruka in terms of because when you guys were making your case last time for Asami?
Yeah.
Isn't Asami to Shikamaru what Iruka is to Naruto?
And there's the major difference. Now he's towards Sakami.
Oh, Asuma. Sorry.
Asuma is
Asuma,
what?
My bad.
Yeah. Asuma is to Shikamaru what Iruka is to Naruto. It's just that another character is. This one is Naruto. The other one is Shikamaru.
No. But here's the other thing, though, is that Shikamaru at least still had Shikadai in his life. When no one was in Naruto's corner, the whole ethos of Naruto when he forms bonds and connections with people, the first one to form that bond and told him how strong that bond and how much that bond can propel him forward was Iruka. Like, the reason Naruto even managed to do the Shadow Clone was because Iruka was in danger. Remember how you guys said how Krillin was so impactful to the plot that we wouldn't have Super Saiyan without Krillin? We wouldn't have multiple Shadow Clone Jutsu without Iruka.
But here's the difference. Krillin appears in so many of the fights, even though he doesn't belong there.
We need to
Krillin
flip a coin.
Appearing
I don't know where we're
in the
going.
fights is
You guys are making good points.
appearing in the fights is one thing, but I'm talking about impact.
We need to
His
let's
impact
flip a
is
coin.
undeniable.
Let's flip a coin.
Okay. So
right.
you're in the middle, Extruded.
I don't know what to do. You guys making good, compelling points. So
okay, here we go. Okay, so head is the symbol, ne? Tails is the number.
Right. Correct.
All right, here we go.
So who's heads, who's tails?
Ish. Oh, okay. Do you want? All right. I'll flip again. Heads, Sage of Six Paths. Tails, Kage.
All right, cool.
Aha, Kage. No, I mean Sage of Six Paths. Sorry.
Oh, okay. All right. Fair enough, but
yeah.
Okay.
Sasori. Genin. No.
Yeah.
Chunin.
Yeah.
Why? Because he offed his parents? What are we? Why is he in Chunin? What did he do?
Akatsuki member, he killed the third Kazekage and took his style and used his style in battle. His backstory was also compelling, and basically he fleshes out the character of Lady Chiyo as well.
And lost to Sakura, but we're not going to talk about that.
He lost to Sakura and Chiyo. You won't give Sakura the W by herself.
I knew that was coming. Okay,
no,
in fact, Chiyo carried. Chiyo put in 70% of that fight.
I'm not gonna say anything. That is Sasuke's wife, even though she's a beard, but still, it's part of the polyamory relationship.
Even though she's
even though she's a beard.
She's Rosario Dawson in Alexander. Okay.
Okay.
Deidara.
Okay. This one is interesting. Okay.
I'm going.
Genin.
I want to argue for. I would argue for Jonin. Because
he's too one note.
Yeah, he is one note.
His backstory is
he killed Gaara,
his backstory is pathetic as hell, and all he does is scream about explosions.
Yeah, but he's one of the important. He's the one fight I would legitimately say, okay, now, well, the Sasuke versus Deidara is the one fight I actually could say that Sasuke won hands down, were not for the plot armor at the end. Because Sasuke wins by plot armor. Let's not get it mistaken.
No, he beat Deidara via plot armor. It's not that there was no plot armor. He was doing okay for most of the fights.
Yeah. But of all the fights that he has, because tell me, is there any fight that he has that he doesn't win plot armor? Don't worry, I'll wait.
All right, but anyway, we're getting off track. All right, Jonin. The thing is, I can't give him Jonin because he doesn't have enough of a personality, in my opinion. Like he hits that one note of his.
Yeah.
He also does a lot of.
I think he killed Gaara. I could be mistaken. If I remember correctly, I think he did, which is a big deal.
He captured Gaara.
No, he captured Gaara. Gaara dies because of the ghetto statue.
Yeah, of the statue. But he captures Gaara, an entire Kage on his own, and he also
survives Kamui.
He's one of the.
Oh,
he survives Kamui. He loses
again.
It's Kamui.
It's called Kamui in English, which is weird.
He survives that, right?
It's you also get to see that he's also a pivotal character, even in the fourth Shinobi War. That the fact that he takes on the Tsuchikage And he's
Yeah,
smart
but then he
enough to
just gets
know when
sealed
he's pissed.
afterwards.
He's smart enough to know when he's pissed off the old man, because it's like, whoa, this man's angry.
Okay.
Shows that there's been some sort of relationship between those two characters. And nobody, and if you pay attention, nobody riled up Onoki as much as Data when he appeared in that fight.
Okay, so
Yeah, true, but I mean,
Jonin.
he's just an instigator. I can't give him Jonin. Can we settle on Chunin right next to Sasori then,
Yeah,
if we have
we
to?
can do that. Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Is he not better than Sasori though?
No.
Maybe in terms of combat prowess, but not as a character.
Yeah, but no. I
So
mean,
should
the
I
only
put him
time
behind Sasori?
yeah, because the thing is, he's like a flashlight to. He's like the foil to Toby for the longest time, where we see a lot of foreshadowing, but we don't realize it until we've seen the show over a long period of time and say, oh,
Yeah, because
like the fact that
it was as if Toby was his underling or something, right?
yeah, because there's a point where Toby was all quiet and he wasn't talking to.
Is that Madara next to Lady Chio?
No, that's not. That's the first.
No.
That's one of the Mizukagis. You know.
Oh, no, not the Mizukage, is the Kazekage. He looks like the Kazekage.
Yeah, he's the Kazekage.
I think he's the third Kazekage. Oh, okay. Anyway, Lady Chio Kage.
What?
Because she revived Gara?
Yeah, I mean, really?
Yes.
For one arc. No, guy. No. I can't. I'm sorry. No.
She's the one who proves that it's capable to break the ties of hatred. Like her character arc was like it's her being affected by what Naruto was doing, and like the first and she's like the first one to take the step to say that, okay, what's this, the leaf and the sand, we have to put all of this aside and we have to actually work towards the sake of the future. That sacrifice that she makes signifies to everybody in the, like, especially in the top brass, that the new era now is taking over. We need to be the ones to champion it forward. Like, that's her whole arc. Because remember, she tries to kill Kakashi outright.
I know, because she reminds her of the man who killed her son, which, which, like I said, is wonderful. But if you're gonna put her in Kage, she's one of the characters that she's literally there for one arc. These other characters have been doing things throughout the entire story. She's an excellent story. Yeah.
No, but wait, guys. Tibelno.
Yeah.
The one arc thing doesn't make sense to me. Cell is one arc.
Compared to
Frieza is one arc. What are we?
Yeah.
And they had major impact in those arcs. So
correct. Now, are you gonna compare the impact that she had in one arc compared to these other characters that have the impact throughout the entire story? Still echoes during the story and beyond it.
She revived Gara, bro. Reviving Gara means that the Sand Village is still under his leadership, and certain decisions probably could have been were avoided, or the village is in safer hands because of Gara.
Okay, if we're doing that, if we're talking about that, I understand exactly what Extraordin is saying. Because remember, Gara doesn't give that speech without Lady Chio's interference, and he doesn't rally all of the nations of the Shinobi Alliance. Because without Chio, he wouldn't be alive.
That's done because of a sacrifice, and that's why I'll be happy to put her with Kage, because another character who sacrificed themselves.
I said Kage.
Yeah, we said Kage.
Yeah,
all along we thought you were against
Kage. I had Sage. I had Sage at the 6th part. Whoa!
No! I said Kage.
No. We were not gonna put her.
No, Kage is fine. No, I was like, hey, whoa, guys.
Okay.
His most interesting thing is that he died.
Shuriken.
The most interesting thing he did was die.
All he does is just get killed.
All right.
Obito.
Sage, unfortunately. Sage.
Yeah.
He is the anti-Naruto. If you pay attention to his characterization and his choices and the consequences of his choices and everything.
And also,
For
look,
instance,
I know how everybody loves to meme about him starting a war because of a little girl. The whole point is that the system is so messed up that people become emotionally stunted by the trauma of their lives when they're like
I'll
13
be
or
back.
14 years old. Kakashi
yes.
continuously had to relive the fact that he killed Rin when he was 12. It's informed every decision that was ever made in his life. That's why he freaked out and tossed Naruto and Sasuke into giant. Like, I'm sure he had other ways where he could have just chopped them in the neck and they would have knocked out and sat down, or he could have cast genjutsu with his Sharingan if he wanted.
Nope.
But no, he was like, oh,
seismic toss. He saw it was happening. That is a Rasengan. That is a Chidori. And then he just saw, oh no, she's running in between him. She's going to go. Wait.
So I'm saying Obito being so affected. I'm saying Obito being so emotionally stunted in his life and having nothing really go well in his life and being a war veteran who sees the only girl of his dreams that he sacrificed himself for die to his friend, and that driving him crazy, it's perfectly understandable. Like, his story kind of falls apart a little bit when people say Naruto forgave him too quickly. Look, if you want to talk about execution of that stuff, I get it, but it still fit within the theme of the story. So yeah, he has to be Sage.
All right.
Never mind the fact that, like, Obito would have been like, I held you as a baby boy. I could have killed you and I wanted the chance, but you know what? I just
Nah.
Okay.
Because your dad kicked my ass.
Like, your dad
okay, Danzo.
So Danzo.
I think we can get through. We can get through 2 more characters, and then we can call it. And then we can call it a day. Danzo. Danzo.
You know what?
Actually, Danzo might be the last one of today, guys. Because now we have to talk a lot here.
Yeah, but he should be on Sage though, right?
Nani? I mean,
hell no.
Itachi, the Uchiha, the Anbu.
Where's Hiruzen?
No, the problem is that all of that was hindrances to the village. None of it served the village.
No,
like, he's a plot.
Yes,
in the
how did Madara serve the village? Like, what I'm trying to say, we're talking about. Wait, guys. This goes back to the question that I asked earlier.
Go first.
Is this impact? Like, is this is this prowess, fighting, or is this impact in the story? Like, what's the criteria for 6 paths?
Okay, I'm saying for my criteria of the Sage of 6 paths, right? It's impact in the story.
Yeah.
It's the personality of the character. Like, like, even if you didn't enjoy them, like, was this personality well written and all of that stuff? And then also we can add, for the source, combat on top of all of that. Now, what I'm saying, and also what I'm trying to say is, did the character achieve what they were trying to achieve, per se? That, for me, is where I put people in the Sage of the 6
Did the character achieve what they were trying to achieve?
Yes.
What was Guy trying to achieve? Failed.
What was?
Might Guy trying to achieve?
No, my guy was trying to prove that he could be a splendid. Like, he was basically the genesis of Rock Lee. He was hard work will get you onto the level of being a genius. That's why even Sakumo, Kakashi's dad, was like, Kakashi, don't look down on this kid, because he's going to outwork you.
Okay. Develo, do you share the same sentiment
about about the criteria?
Yeah.
Do I look like I'm an impartial viewer? Now I just go to how much I like this character. I've been honest with you guys from the get-go. Like, so I like this character.
Okay.
And then,
so there's obviously we're all biased, and honestly speaking, I don't even know much about Danzo to even
Danzo is the biggest SOB I've ever seen in my entire life.
Here's what. Okay, here's what I'll say. Here's what I'll say. Okay, no, you go first. Yeah. I'll talk after you.
Bwana, if there are no Danzo haters, I am dead. If there are millions haters, I am one of them. Because this is the embodiment of ambition without any cause or reflection of the consequences of his actions, of whether these actions are for the benefit or the detriment of this of the village as a whole, or the system that is trying the title, than he cares about the village itself. So many times there's not a single time he's shown any sort of selfless devotion to the village. Everything he does, he masks for himself in an effort to make it seem like it's a legitimate cause, but it's all self-serving, and none of it is for the greater good of the village. He's just serving himself, but he masks it as, I'm doing this for the greater good of the village. I'm going to be the shadow to Hiruzen's light because he's not willing to do the decisions he wants. That's BS. He's just salty that he didn't get chosen because he was too scared to sacrifice himself when he was given the ultimate test. BS. I hate Danzo. You have no idea. I hate him with that.
Okay, now we have to argue about
with that level of hate.
Huh?
Yeah.
Okay. No, extraordinary. What I'm trying to say is the reason why I knocked him off of Sage of Six Parts is because Danzo never achieved what he was trying to achieve.
Oh,
and what he did is he yes, and what I'm saying is that like what's this in terms of even being the shadow to Hiruzen's light, he didn't achieve that because he didn't do things that would benefit the village, as Tebelo said. But he still had a huge impact within the story. So I'm going to have to, I hate to say this, I'm going to have to put him on Kage.
I'm fine with him.
Do you agree to that?
I'm fine with him as Kage. Ordinarily, I'll put him below Shuriken as part of sewage water, but still, it's fine as Kage because, I mean, how dare you make me feel happy for you killing? He's the only death that I felt was not good enough. That Sasuke, you're doing too kind. He needs to suffer some more. Put him on a genjutsu where he's been given the pair of anguish over and over and over again for the next 500 years. I don't know. This man needs to suffer. He needs to suffer for his death.
Oh God. Okay. Anyway, I think we can squeeze one more.
Okay. Cool. Okay. Yeah. Sharp. Let me move on.
Yeah. Kai. Torture Kai. We can fit one more. Sai. Oof.
What's his name?
Genin.
Can anyone tell me what his real name is?
I don't know what
his real name.
Exactly.
No, wait. It's Chunin, right? It's Chunin, right?
Okay. I wouldn't know.
No, maybe Genin. Maybe Genin.
I've never really seen in action like that to even make.
He can draw things that can come to life. Here's a nice little side plot when he's fighting alongside Kakashi in that third war. He finally gets in tune with his emotions.
But was he on Sasuke's level?
But
he's
never.
And he's
like I'm just saying his problem is that.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm all about practicality in some point in time. I know fashion is a thing, but you are a ninja. You are wearing chainmail armor underneath your clothes, and then you decide to make it a crop top so that you can show your belly button.
Make
it make sense.
Banged in, so.
He was advertising. He was advertising, dog.
Like, look at my abs. Look at them. He's another beard. I'm sorry. You cannot tell me.
Okay. Anyway, one more. Okay, last one. Yamato.
I'm gonna turn any character into a member of the LGBT at this rate.
Let's see you try to put him on there.
What?
He could fit easily.
Yamato could fit reference.
Yeah.
No, because of how much he worships Kakashi.
Exactly. I was like, please Get me a harder choice. I was about to ask you.
I was like, if you want to challenge, Devilo, I was like, try that with Jiraiya. I'd like to see you flip that one.
I genuinely think I think Kishimoto did that so that people could see that even though he was in charge in Kakashi's absence, Kakashi was still above him. Like, because honestly, like, he could have just made them on the same level. I don't understand why.
I wanted outtakes. I wanted outtakes of Kakashi just just lambasting the Anbu Black Ops. It's like, what happened to you guys after I left? What is wrong with you?
Anyway, where are we putting him?
Oh no, Yamato needs
Jonin.
You really? Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Because I would put him next at the same level as Kabuto, but as a character, I think he needs to be above at least Kabuto because the things he does plot wise.
Put him next to Asuma. No. Actually, no. Put him next to Kankuro.
Yeah.
After or before?
No,
in fact, they should.
Yeah, just after.
They should be ahead of those.
No. Put him before. Yeah, yes. Next to Asuma. Put him next to Asuma.
Next to Asuma, because he does things for the plot that cannot be understated. He's the one who says, "You're not the nine-tailed demon's fox. You are not Uzumaki Naruto of the Leaf Village. Don't rely on this power when don't tend to this power."
And then Iruka's in the back like. Iruka's Yamato.
But isn't he some sort of clone or some sort of power? Like, he's not actually a real person, right?
No, he's an experiment. No. He's an experiment.
No.
He is a real person. But what happened is that Orochimaru kidnapped him as a child and then experimented on him with Hashirama cells, and then that's why he has wood style.
All right.
No, actually, he's from the root. Sorry, basically, it was a Danzo. It was a Danzo trade. So Danzo, picked up.
This is one of the major reasons
Danzo
why
and Orochimaru had a deal, and then they kidnapped kids and experimented on them, and Yamato was one of them. Yeah, there we go.
Okay. All right.
There you go.
And then I wanted to say this is one of the supposed real name is Tenzo.
Sorry.
Oh, cool. At least you know his new name.
Can you just repeat what you just said?
Okay. I say one of the major reasons why I can't forgive Orochimaru is like, dude, you did horrifying things, and everybody, all these character stands suddenly have developed the world's best amnesia. Like the way you guys are so willing to look past the horrifying things that Orochimaru has done. And the same people that look past all the mass murders, planet-wide destruction, planet-wide destruction that Vegeta does. And it's like, oh my God, Vegeta is a reformed person. Oh my God, it's so much better. And I was like, guys,
you couldn't even say Frieza. You couldn't even say Frieza.
To forgive.
Okay.
Why do you keep comparing these people to Vegeta? Vegeta died.
No, it's because
Vegeta died.
No, everybody.
Vegeta willingly went to hell.
Oh my God.
Vegeta willingly went to hell.
He dies.
He literally repented.
So no.
Orochimaru never repented. Orochimaru never had any sort of self-reflection ever. Vegeta had self-reflection.
I'm yet to hear Vegeta say, "I'm sorry for blowing up all those planets." The only time he felt bad was when he had a.
You want me to quote Super now? Is that what you want me to do? Is you want me to quote Super now?
It's implied. It's never said. Because the only time he feels bad is when he goes on those humans and when Vegeta takes. But Babidi takes.
Yeah, but the point is that he willingly went to hell to try and take a demon down with him. And he was not going to get his body back until Yama said, okay, Goku doesn't have a chance against this guy. We need you back in the game. And then again, he's the one that comes up with the plan to save the universe. Vegeta literally took steps to repent himself.
Hi.
Yeah, I was gonna tell you guys to settle down, but you did it yourselves. I think we are done for the night. But
Yeah,
we
we're
can
done
call
for
it.
the
Yeah, we are
night.
done for the night.
When are
Yes,
you
viewers,
you hate Vegeta Shem?
This video seems short. I'm ignoring you. I'm ignoring my co-host. I'm talking to the viewers right now. If this video seems short, is because we spent an entire hour discussing other things before this video actually started. So time is up, but uh, stick around for the next show because we'll finally get to the end of this wonderful list. So far, I'm happy with this one. It's not Star Wars 2.0 because hey, Star Wars, we didn't have friends anymore.
Yeah, I think it was a
list.
decent conversation. We might actually. I think we did DC last year. We also did Marvel last year. We did the MCU.
But
2 weeks
nothing
ago.
comes close to how things turned out with the Dragon with the Spider. No, we are all in agreement on how bad things were. I think the one where we end up with the most fights was the Dragon Ball Z one. I think.
Yeah, I think we might need to do a DCEU one, but we'll see. I think Buckmeister will be taking the charge after this thing. But anyway, Buck, are you taking us out?
Apologies. Just had to be a landlord for a bit. Yeah, and that is our tier list, everybody. Please let us know if you agree or disagree with this. This is part 2, so remember to go check out part 1 and all of that stuff. I don't know if it's up as per time of recording, but we will see. And everything. Do you agree with us? Do you disagree with us? Do you like how our tier list looks? Do you dislike how our tier list looks? Is the reasoning we gave for certain characters nonsense or not? Let us know in the comment section down below. Yell at us and tell us how we're so wrong, Naruto fans. Yell at Develop for Orochimaru and Vegeta. Please, Vegeta fans, you gotta step in here.
Subscribe to Halacorp. You can see my WhatsApp group channel link. You can join my channel link there. I don't know how you're gonna message me from the channel link because you can't send messages, but I don't know. You get a hold of me. It's fine.
That's hilarious.
You know what, man? God is funny that way. Your whole subscriber base will be made up of Vegeta fans. Watch.
You'll be forced to change your name to the name of your WhatsApp channel to anti-Vegeta stands or whatever.
Anyway, yes, please comment down below and talk to us about how you feel about our tier list and all of that good stuff. Make sure to follow everybody that is on this panel right now, and we will see you all in other videos because Africa's Next has to be out for now. Everybody, peace.
Peace.
Peace.